Hello, 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 ladies, gentlemen, and trolls. I am the Fish, and today I have the pleasure of bringing you a third game between DIMAGA and Liquid TLO, the little one. And if you guys didn't catch the last of the first two games, man, they were some good ones. We had a really interesting mech versus roach style game where TLO, spoiler alert, TLO was able to defeat DIMAGA in very good fashion. In the second game, though, DIMAGA was able to pull some Zergling, Mutalisk standard style of play, and really was able to outshine TLO. And that was really such an exciting game, the last one, where those Mutalisks were just flying in and out. The Banelings, man, so many Banelings, just unbelievable. The amount of Banelings that were used, and we saw that TLO was kind of left with no options at the end there, who's just pumping Marines in an effort to try and stop this kind of crazy attack that's going on. But it really just didn't work out. So we'll see what is TLO going to do differently this game. Perhaps we'll see a return to the mech style of play. It'll be interesting to see what he does. We do have a gas coming down. Now DIMAGA, what's he going to be doing? Is he going to be going for that fast expand? It looks like he might be saving up some minerals here. Now this map, I can't remember the name of this map. This is one that I haven't actually seen used in quite a while, but I think it's a really cool map. It's pretty balanced. You see, there's some very interesting features to this map. You've got the Xel'Naga watchtower in the middle, but you've also got these ones that are just kind of right outside each player's base. Now we can see that TLO is coming over to scout in this direction, and there's 3 possible spawn locations, this of course being one of them. That is not the correct direction. DIMAGA will scout this in TLO by process of elimination. We'll see that there is no hatchery in the top left, so he'll assume that DIMAGA is in the bottom left. Now, what do we have coming down? Early factory for TLO, so maybe we'll be seeing some more mech play out of him. And again, DIMAGA going for that fast expansion. No gas, interestingly enough, so we won't be seeing early wing speed, but I'm not sure it will really be needed. There's a pretty narrow choke here, so if Hellions try to come running into your base, it can be defended pretty easily. Now, for those of you who aren't really familiar with this map, there are some destructible debris here that you can take out, and you need to do that in order to use this Xel'Naga watchtower. There's also the rich mineral fields, the yellow money map, where you have the destructible rocks blocking any kind of mining from there, so that's kind of an interesting feature. Hero SCV trying to kill a spine crawler. What is DIMAGA going to do to be able to deal with this? What is he going to do? 2 drones coming to deal with this. Is he going to be able to take out this SCV? Oh, and he almost gets a surround on it, but that SCV will start running away. Now these Zerglings are chasing after him. Alright guys, so already some action coming out for both of these players. TLO, he's seeing that this fast expansion, he's going to be going for an expansion of his own. And we do see that Hellion coming out. TLO does love his Hellions, and he has been able to use them very effectively. Not so much so in the last game, but he has such good control with those things, man. Oh, and that Hellion's chasing down these Zerglings, so Zerglings went from pursuing to being pursued, and they got roasted. So, wow, actually, that did some damage, you know, on this spine crawler. Interesting. Well, and, you know, take anything you can get. Now, here comes the Hellions from TLO. Will he be able to get some drone kills here? And don't do what you did last time and just sit outside the base. And, ooh, these 3 drones look like they're going to go down. That spine crawler was caught way out of position, and now TLO is just running right into the main base. He's going to get a full scout off if he micros properly, and he's probably going to be able to get another drone or 2, at least to deny some mining time. So pretty good little win here from TLO. He's seeing that he's doing this kind of no gas build. Now, I think that build was popularized by none other than Spanishiwa. I'm not really sure about that. I don't know if he invented it or what the deal is. And oh boy, 2 kills on this Hellion and 1 kill on this one. You know, 2 more drones going down before, so 5 drones in total. Not bad at all for those the cost of those Hellions. And I think that Spanishiwa made this sort of no gas popular. Now he's starting to get the gas. So what is DIMAGA going to be going? We do have a starport coming down. And, oh, actually we do have some barracks being produced for TLO, so we will be seeing, we did see early Hellions, but we will be seeing Bio again, and it looks like he's going to be swapping this reactor possibly with the starport for the medevac production. Man, somebody's got to teach me how to play Terran. I'm really not very good at it. Anyway, so 2 more Hellions coming in to poke. TLO is relentless with this pressure, and with this hatchery, I think this is placed here just to make this gap even smaller. So if the Hellions want to run in here, they're going to have to run into this little kill zone. 1 drone goes down. Ooh, bad control there. I think that was a bit of a misclick for if he was trying to get his surrounds, but, well, really not much damage done there by the Hellions, and building these Hellions does delay your build a bit, so I mean, TLO needs to do some damage with them in order for them to be effective. Now we see some Marines moving out here. What's he doing? No, he isn't. Will he be putting a bunker down? That's what I would do, but I'm not very good at Terran, so don't listen to me. Meanwhile, we've got Ling Speed finally coming down for DIMAGA. He's got a little turtle going on right here. Pretty nice, especially when you can use a map like this. Whenever you can utilize the features of the map, it's just good. So TLO is going to be moving out right now. I guess what he's thinking is that he can just evacuate with this medevac if he needs to. 1 SCV for probably for auto repair. And what's he going to be doing? He's on the creep right now, so I think DIMAGA should be able to see this. DIMAGA's going to know what's up. And again, this is starting to look very similar to the last game. The question is TLO going to be able to get these Marines into a good position, or he can do some real damage with them before we start to see those Mutalisks start to come out? And if you look, the timing of this is exactly the same as the last game. 9 minutes and 9.5 minutes. So this time DIMAGA, almost caught these 5 Marines, but he's going for this round on these Marines instead and taking out a whole bunch of them. Now backing off. TLO doing some awesome micro with this medevac to keep some of his Marines alive, but again, not much damage being done. Killing Zerglings, not typically a big loss for the Zerg player. And if you're only going to be taking out Zerglings, then it's going to be tough for you. You're going to have to be facing some pretty rough stuff going on. Now, this is another example of DIMAGA using the map to his advantage. He can hide this Overlord up here. He can get some sight down on what's going on. He'll know exactly when. The mining is happening. And 3rd base coming down for DIMAGA. This is a pretty easily defended area. It's a little bit exposed because there are 2 entrances, but much easier to defend than this lower ground place, and I'm sure that's why DIMAGA is taking it. I'm sure he's almost more interested in the gas and the minerals at this point anyway. So more Hellions coming out. We have siege mode and tanks being researched, and DIMAGA not quite able to get the surround there, and that is a lot of Zerglings, man. 1, 2, 3 full control groups of Zerglings, so on the units tab we've got 68 Zerglings, and we're showing our Terran player having a big SCV lead, but his bases are completely saturated at this point. Only one harvester on this refinery. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or if he just doesn't feel that he needs the extra gas. DIMAGA trying to poke in some Lings, and here come the Mutalisks. It looks like he's just going to go for a big attack right now. I don't know if I agree with this, because that is a lot of Marines. There are siege tanks. And he's wisely backing out right now. Maybe just testing the waters a little bit. I do think we'll be seeing some harassment from these Mutalisks. Now TLO, he has 1 Marine there. I wonder if that's just to spot creep up on this high ground, but he should be aware of this base. Mutalisk coming in to do some damage here to TLO. He doesn't really have any units in position to deal with this. There is a good placed missile turret though. And DIMAGA is going to be taking out some refineries that will probably get repaired. Not really much damage done there, maybe a couple of CVs, but another missile turret going down. And here come those Mutalisks. Man, these Mutalisks can just be so pesky. And ooh, it looks like they're going to get a free siege tank right now. Thor popping at a very bad time for them, though. They're going to have to retreat now. But that was a pretty big siege tank because that was really preventing some kind of just crazy Zergling attack. And without that siege tank support, TLO's army is going to have a tough time dealing with Zerglings and just, and he's going to have a tough time dealing with these Banelings too. And we do see the Rolly Centrifugal Hooks upgrade, +1 attacks and armor, so that's going to make this very ferocious indeed. Meanwhile, we have +1 weapons. on these Marines about to be finished, which will help in the upcoming battle. I think we're going to be going for a crazy Baneling style bust attack. Now it looks like DIMAGA just doing some harassing here. He's going to be able to pick up a couple of Hellions actually. That was kind of not a great bit of control by TLO, who has been so good in this series with controlling his units. But man, these Mutalisks are pesky. And as a Zerg player, I love using them, but if I'm playing against them, man, I would just hate to go up against him. And now his army's getting cut out of position, and big engagement going on right now. It doesn't look like DIMAGA's going to have enough to deal with this, though. He's probably going to have to pull back. But meanwhile, these Mutalisks just doing the work in the natural of TLO. They just stopped all mining, and this is pretty silly what's going on right here. Meanwhile, TLO just having a run at DIMAGA. It looks like he's going to be going for one big push here. But man, that is a lot of Banelings and Zerglings, and woo, TLO is going to have some really good control here if he wants to defeat this army. Slight supply lead for DIMAGA, but it's still anybody's game, obviously. We're just going to watch these guys fly around. Thor's getting some shots off on the Mutas. And whew, man, this has been pretty intense so far, guys. And here we go. I think we're going to have an engagement coming up pretty soon. These siege tanks are in a really good spot, though, to defend this. A single Thor just shooting some Banelings. Free kills, why not? And wisely, DIMAGA sends in only a few Zerglings first. Here we go. A whole bunch of Zerglings coming in, going for the surround. The Mutalisks flying right into battle. Banelings coming in, exploding on the Marines. It looks like this whole army is going to get cleaned up. And man, how many Mutalisks does DIMAGA have? It still has about 10 Mutalisks, and there you have it, guys. So DIMAGA definitely coming out ahead in that engagement. And DIMAGA retaining map control. He's got a bigger army. He's in a really good spot right now. And I would hate to be in TLO's shoes right now, because he's going to have a really uphill battle if he wants to win this game. He's going to need to get a third base pretty soon. He's going to start to run out of minerals in his main. DIMAGA as well, but he does have this third base. He's up one base, and that's exactly where you want to be against a Terran player at this point in the game. So TLO going to be trying to take out these rocks. Having this tower would be just great for his siege tanks. He can see what's coming at him and get some good shots off. This Zergling is being used scouting by DIMAGA, patrolling back and forth. Actually, that's really smart. So he'll know that when this Zergling goes down, he's going to have a third base coming up. So big engagement here. These Marines sprinting out of there with good reason. Siege tank. Now, if you are a Terran player, you want to try and focus fire down these Banelings. It can be very, very tough to do it. But we saw, if you guys ever saw this game at BlizzCon, I think it was Boxer versus Idra. What a great series that was, where he was target firing Banelings with his siege tanks, and somehow Boxer managed to wipe out his entire Zerg army with half the supply count, which was just insane against the player as good as Idra. So Mutaflock has grown again to a very large proportion. They have that +1 attack. Meanwhile, the Marines +1 attack to 1 armor, so pretty even right now. Mutalisks coming in, try to do some harassment here. But even TLO must know he's running out of minerals. He's got way too many SCVs for what he's able to do with them. And looks like he's just going to be moving out here. Yeah, he's distance mining these minerals, and it's just going to be tough. It looks like this game is going to be going really in DIMAGA's favor. I don't want to call it yet, but I don't see how TLO can really come back from this. There's just so much stuff on the field. Upgrades coming down, resources banked for DIMAGA. He's maxed out, and you got to be thinking at this point it's just a matter of time. Here come the Zerglings. They're going to be taking out. Wow! Everything's going to go down here for TLO. And there's the GG. Wow, what a great series that was, guys. I'm honored to have been able to cast it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. And what a great series of games. Two really good players, TLO, DIMAGA, just putting on such a great show. And wow, I hope you guys watched it. Once again, I am the Fish. I hope you guys enjoyed. And not to quote Husky, but I'll see you guys next time.